Ever wondered which creature in Asia could give even a tiger a run for its money? No, it's not another big cat or a venomous snake. It's the sloth bear. That's right, this shaggy, insect-loving bear is one of Asia's most dangerous predators. But what makes this seemingly slow and clumsy creature so deadly? Well, today we're talking about just that. From their unique traits and surprising encounters with tigers and humans, to their conservation status and the ongoing research about them, we've got it all covered. The sloth bear. This guy is a night owl, or should I say, a night bear. They love to roam around when the moon's out in the tropical and subtropical regions of India and Sri Lanka. They might not have the best eyesight or hearing, but their sense of smell? Top-notch. Now, what sets our bear buddy apart? Well, they've got these long, curved claws that are just perfect for digging into termite mounds and extracting their favorite snack. They can even close their nostrils to prevent insects from entering their respiratory passages while they're feasting. There is another unique trait of these bears. They've got this shaggy, dusty black coat and a pale, short-haired muzzle. And to top it all off, they usually sport a cream-colored V or Y on their chests. This shaggy fur doesn't have an undercoat, so it keeps them relatively cool in their native warm climate and protects them from tropical insects. Okay, now imagine this: a sloth bear and a tiger in the same room. You'd think the tiger would have the upper hand, right? Well, don't place your bets just yet. Our sloth bear friends have been known to stand their ground against tigers. There was even this one time at the Nagarhole National Park where a sloth bear mom went all mama bear on a tiger to protect her cub. The tiger had to beat a hasty retreat. But hey, it's not always a win for the sloth bears. Tigers have their moments too. After all, they've got longer claws, a heavier body, and they're pretty experienced when it comes to hunting large mammals. Yet, there are stories out there of sloth bears sending tigers packing. Moving on. Unfortunately, sloth bears and humans haven't always had the best relationship. As we humans keep moving into their turf, run-ins are becoming more common. And let's just say they don't usually end with a friendly wave goodbye. In fact, sloth bears have been known to cause more human fatalities in India than any other wildlife species. But don't get the wrong idea. They're not out to get us. Most of these attacks are just them getting defensive. They're more scared of us than we are of them. But when push comes to shove, they won't back down. There was even this one time in the Triyuga forest in Nepal where a sloth bear went all out on a man and woman. It's a grim reminder of what can happen when humans and wildlife cross paths. Now, let's talk about something a bit more serious. The sloth bear is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. Trust me, it's not looking good. Their numbers are dropping fast due to habitat loss, poaching, and retaliatory killings. However, there are folks out there fighting the good fight to protect these unique creatures and their habitats. Organizations like Wildlife SOS are doing some amazing work to ensure the survival of sloth bears. Researchers are working tirelessly to learn more about sloth bears and how we can ensure their survival. There have been projects aimed at filling in the gaps in our knowledge about sloth bear ecology. For instance, one study collected detailed data over 30 days to understand the behavior of captive sloth bears. They used environmental tools like honey logs, underground food pipes, and wobbling boxes to observe how the bears interacted with their environment. Talk about a bear necessity. This kind of research is super important. It helps us understand sloth bears better and come up with effective conservation strategies. After all, you can't protect what you don't understand, right? Moving on, you might think all sloth bears are the same, but that's where you'd be wrong. There are actually 2 recognized subspecies of sloth bears based on their range. Firstly, we have the Indian sloth bear, Melursus ursinus ursinus. This is the larger of the two and is found in India and other countries in the Indian subcontinent. The second one is the Sri Lankan sloth bear, Melursus ursinus inornatus. This one is smaller and has shorter hair. Now, each has adapted to its unique environment, showcasing the incredible diversity within this single species. Now, let's come to the point and talk about why sloth bears have earned their reputation as one of Asia's most dangerous animals. They're not out there picking fights, but when threatened, sloth bears can be incredibly aggressive. They have this thing called innate defensive aggressive responses. Basically, they've evolved to react aggressively to sudden encounters. And guess who they co-evolved with? That's right, tigers. So you can imagine they had to learn to hold their own. Apart from their attitude, they've got the hardware to back it up. Those long, strong claws, they're not just for digging into termite mounds. They can cause some serious damage. So, sloth bears sure do have a reputation. But how did they get their unique name? You might think it's because they're slow like sloths, but that's not the case. In fact, they're pretty fast when they need to be. The story goes that back in 1791, a European zoologist named George Shaw came across this bear. He thought these animals were more like a sloth than a bear, so he named them bear sloths. Over time, bear sloth was flipped around and became sloth bear, and the name stuck. Interestingly, that's not the only name they've had. In Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, Baloo was a sloth bear, and in Hindi, Baloo means bear. They've also been called the labiated bear or lip bear, the Indian bear, and even the jungle joker. So the next time you're at a party and someone says all sloth bears are the same, you can drop some knowledge bombs on them. And that's a wrap for today's video. The sloth bear, a unique and fascinating creature that deserves our respect and protection. So what do you think about the sloth bear? Are they still dangerous for you? Got any cool facts or stories to share? Drop your comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature's Flex for more interesting wildlife content. Thanks for watching.